It has truly been a long time since I have done one of these. Oh, I almost missed my bed. Hello everybody, welcome back to the first bookish video that I've done in a really long time. But it turns out that I forgot that the reading rush was happening, but it's happening now, next week. By the time you see this, it's probably like the day before the reading rush starts because I'm very late to this. And since it's during a time where I'm not doing a lot, like I'm not really doing a lot next week other than working, I figured it'd be a really good time to join a readathon, because it seems like every readathon that I want to do takes place during my exams or when I'm just really swamped with schoolwork. But I'm out of school right now, and so it's, I think, kind of the perfect time to do a readathon. If you're unaware, the Reading Rush is formerly the Booktubeathon. It's run by Raylene LeMay and Ariel Bissett. It's basically just a week-long readathon where you try to get as many books read as possible, and there is some reading challenges to go along with it, so that you kind of have like, if they're not like set rules, you don't have to follow them, but it's just a way of like, you know, motivating yourself to read certain things and just kind of giving yourself some sort of guidance if you want. I'll link the Reading Rush YouTube channel and website down below so you can check it out if you are interested. Now, doing a readathon TBR is hard for me because I'm very much a mood reader, so I just read what I am feeling in that moment. So trying to plan ahead more than like one book is hard and not something I do a lot. But these are all books that I have been wanting to read for a while, so I think I should be good, and also it'll just like give me a goal to work towards. Now I'll show you what I'm reading. I am going to try and fit as many of the goals as I possibly can. There's like 7 of them, because on the website if you sign up you can get badges for the ones that you complete, which it's like completely arbitrary. It's just like a badge, but I get very excited at like achievement type things. Like, you know in Animal Crossing how Phineas will come and give you a badge depending on like your progress in the game? I love that. The badges mean nothing, but it just makes me so happy to get one for some reason. That's a reference like 5 people will get. Anyways, here's what I'm planning on reading for the week. So the first prompt/reading goal is read a book with purple on the cover. And I did just happen to have a book that has a little bit of purple on the cover, so this is the first book of Calamity Leak. It's got, you can tell that it's got a little bit of purple here. It's more of a pinky purple, but we're counting it as purple right now. So I bought this one recently, just kind of out of the blue because it sounded kind of mystical and weird. So I'm excited to start it and just see what it's kind of about. It actually fits a couple of the other reading goals as well, and because I don't think I'm going to get through 7 books, I might be doubling up on some of the challenges. Actually, I'll just list all of the reading goals just so you have them up front. The first one is to read a book with purple on the cover. Second is read a book in the same spot for the entire time. So like you pick a spot that you want to read it in your house or wherever, and you just have to sit. Every time you want to read that book, you have to go to that spot and read it. Number 3 is read a book that you meant to read last year. Number 4 is read an author's first book. Number 5 is read a book with a non-human main character. Number 6 is pick a book that has 5 or more words in the title. And number 7 is read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation, which is probably the one I'm the most excited about. There is an additional like achievement on the website if you actually do read 7 books over the course of the week. I don't know if I'm going to get that one, because in order to get the 7 books, I'd have to read at least a book a day. And I don't think I can do that. I mean, I could if I did nothing but read, but I like to watch TV and movies and stuff, so I don't know that I'm gonna dedicate every second of my time to reading, although it is a readathon. I just want to do more reading than normal. So anyways, this book fits the purple on the cover goal, but it also fits the read an author's first book, because by reading the author bio, I found out that this is this author's debut novel, so that'll work for that one. And it also works for the read a book with more than like 5 words in the title. But I also have another one that I think will fit that too, so that's not the one I'm concerned about. The other book with more than 5 words in the title is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. I don't know how to say her last name or her first name, really. So this book is gonna fit just that one goal. This is the book I wanted to read next after the one I just finished, and I think I'm gonna start it today. So by the time I start the readathon, I might be like halfway through this, which is fine. The readathon, there's no like strict rules, at least not on this readathon. It's more, I think, just about trying to read as much as possible, which is what any readathon should be about. That's really the only one that this covers, although it could also cover the read in the same spot. But I don't know, it's hard for me to read in one spot because I like to read outside, but also in my room before bed. So for that one, I'm choosing To Be or Not to Be by Ryan North. I have started this book before. It's basically a choose your own adventure Hamlet. But it's kind of like funny and it puts him in weird situations, and it's just kind of like a silly book. And I'm choosing this one for the read in one spot because I don't plan on reading this throughout the day. I'm just going to read it like maybe before I go to bed at night or just when I'm in my room. And since I have already read part of it, but it's really hard to like finish this book because it's not like a book you can really finish. I mean, you can read every single possible storyline. You can play as a couple of characters in this book, meaning that you go like through with them as like your point of view. There's like Ophelia storylines, there's Hamlet storylines, and you can also play as Hamlet's ghost. Like Hamlet Senior. And I think I've done all of the Hamlet storylines, so I maybe should just cover the other two, and that will kind of be my goal with this one. I haven't picked this up since last year. So I guess it kind of fits also the book I meant to finish last year. The next book is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Oh wait, or is it Gillian Flynn? I think it's Gillian Flynn. I don't really know. People spell my name Gillian with a G all the time without asking, which I hate because I'm like, my name is not spelled with a G, it's with a J. Gillian spelled with a G always makes me think of Gillian, but so I think she actually pronounces it that way, which kind of makes more sense to me. Anyways, that's not important. This book is going to count for the book I meant to read last year because I bought this about a year ago, planning to read it then. I mean, I've been planning to read this for a few years, but I've had it on my shelf for about a year without reading it, so I want to finally get it read. And it's perfect for the last prompt, which is the read a book to movie adaptation. So I want to read this and then watch the Gone Girl movie. This is kind of the one I want to prioritize, like I definitely want to get through this one. So those are all the books I think I will plausibly get through, but I also wanted to add a few books to the list just in case I do happen to get through all of them, just to be safe. So I figured I would have 7 books on my TBR list, you know, just to have them. And if I happen to get through them all, that's awesome. So the one prompt that I haven't touched yet is read a book with a non-human main character. And for this one, I think I'm going to put my goal as reading Animal Farm by George Orwell. Ironically, the reason I wanted to read this book is because I've been watching Ariel Bissette's videos for a while now, and she's a really big fan of George Orwell. Animal Farm is her favorite book ever. She always talks about it, and I've never read it. So I kind of want to read it just because it sounds interesting. I feel like it's one that I should read at some point. It's like a classic. And it's got non-human characters, they're animals, and it's pretty short. So I think it's a decent thing to be able to add to a TBR if I can get through it quickly. And then I figured, what other books can I get through quickly? Graphic novels. The one was just sitting on my shelf, and it's one that I've been meaning to finish for a while. It's this like big volume of vintage Wonder Woman comics. Like they're all really old looking ones. I think I got about halfway through it last year, so my goal is to finish it at some point in the next week, hopefully. So yeah, that's one of the graphic novels that I'm planning on hopefully reading. And the other one I don't have on me right now, but I'll get it from the library, hopefully, is Lost at Sea by Brian Lee O'Malley. I read the Scott Pilgrim series last year and absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite graphic novel series and also one of my favorite movies. So I want to read his other work, and Lost at Sea seems really interesting and like kind of right up my alley. And like I tend to get through graphic novels pretty quickly because to me they're pretty like easy, quick reads. So yeah, I'm hoping that I can get through those graphic novels to kind of like up my count. Even though it's not about the numbers, it's about reading more than you would normally read. Like I don't normally read more than like 1 or 2 books a week, so if I can manage to get like 3 or 4 read, that's pretty awesome for me. So yeah, that's my reading rush TBR. Like I said, I'm not usually one to like make a TBR list, I just tend to read what I feel like, so this is weird for me, and maybe it will change. Who knows? Like maybe I just really won't feel like reading Gone Girl, I'll read something else instead. Who knows? So if you're interested in following my progress through this readathon, I'm gonna leave my Goodreads and Instagram links below. Goodreads obviously for following my book reading progress, but also I have a Bookstagram account, so I'll probably be posting pictures of the books that I'm reading and just kind of updating you on how it's going through my Instagram stories and stuff like that. Thank you for watching this. Let me know if you guys happen to also be participating in the reading rush and what you're planning on reading. I'm especially interested in the non-human character goal, what some people are reading for that one, because I mean it's going to be a lot of like supernatural ones or even like, you know, animal type protagonists. So yeah, I will see you guys sometime soon, and here's to all of us reading and hopefully reaching our goals. Alright, I will see you later. Goodbye.